What up, everybody? Everybody, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the What's Up, Everybody podcast. Here with my, what would you say, brother slash?
You can say brother.
Okay. My brother, Sweet T. How's it going, man?
Good. Big weekend, big night of fights. Man. We're going to be just giving you all the fight stuff. We got big fights just happened, big fights coming up. We're going to be giving you all of our thoughts, all of the goods, who we think is next for different fighters, all that stuff. So it's coming right up. So make sure you guys stay tuned for this episode. Plus, at some point in time, a little bit of fight news.
Yeah.
A little bit of fight stuff happening for WB over here. So make sure you guys tune in. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff so that you don't miss it.
Yes, great night of fights this weekend, man. We had, the whole Abu Dhabi card was pretty dope. It was at what? It was early here in Eastern. It was what? Main events was at 2 a.m. or 2 p.m., excuse me?
Yeah, the main card started at 2 p.m.
Started at 2 p.m. That's kind of weird. It's so weird to watch fights not at night here in the South.
Yeah.
Normally it's in Vegas, whatever.
And we're late.
Yeah.
We're late here, man. It's like, I'm old, dude. Come on, Dana. I mean, forget them Vegas fools. They'll watch the fights at any time you give them. Start the fights at 2 p.m. And that way I'm finishing up here around 10 p.m.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because 1 a.m. is getting me.
Well, he heard you.
He did.
So he decided to have the fights in Abu Dhabi so you wouldn't have to stay up late, Sweet Tea.
Thank you, Dana.
Yeah.
Thank you. We got it like that.
Thank you, Dana. But great night of fights, man. Some huge first-round finishes. We got some new title holders too, man.
All kind of stuff happening. So, I mean, you ready to dive into it?
Let's go.
Let's get right into it. All right, we're gonna go through the main card real quick. We got kicking off the main card. We have Magomed Ankalaev. By the way, this card was stacked with Russians and Russian descending people, and maybe not Russia exactly, but you guys know what I'm saying. Magomed Ankalaev taking on Volkan Ozdemir. Ozdemir, obviously former title challenger.
Yeah, he was.
And shot up the rankings. Been having a rough patch as of late.
Yep. Fighting
on the surging Magomed Ankalaev, who has been looking outstanding.
Great, man. He's good.
Magomed Ankalaev takes the UD unanimous decision in that one. WB, thoughts?
I mean, I kind of saw that coming.
Yeah.
Obviously his last few fights weren't so good, and then you got his opponent who's just kind of an up-and-coming, hungry, ready for, moving up to that title. So I just saw that coming, unless just he somehow found a new fire in him, which, you don't really see it. So, I figured his opponent was going to beat him.
You figured?
I'm not even going to even attempt to pronounce their names. You know who I'm talking about, guys.
Yeah.
So I'll just murder their names.
For real. Oh yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough when you're that surging prospect like Ozdemir was, and then you suffer that first loss at the top of the game. All you want to do is get back in there against another top name to try and restake your claim, but oftentimes it comes back to bite you in the butt because you never really give yourself a chance to recover from that first loss physically, mentally, emotionally. You rush back in there, you suffer another one, then you're down in the hole 0-2.
You're down the dumps twice.
It's tough to get out of that spot. So,
right.
Kudos to Ozdemir for giving it his all, but Ankalaev.
Right.
Who's next for Ankalaev?
That's what I'm saying. Who's next for him? I mean, they fought at 205, right?
They're light heavyweights.
205.
He was ranked number 7. Ozdemir was ranked number 8. Put it on him. You know what I mean? Outstruck him.
Who's in the top 5 right now?
Knocked him down.
I don't even know that at the weight class of 205. Who was in the top 5? Top 10. I mean, he's got to be in the top 10 right now, right?
No, yeah, he was number 7.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so obviously you have Blachowicz, who just lost. You got Prohaska, who's probably fighting to share next for the belt. Not probably, guaranteed. Yeah. Alexander Rakic and Dominic Reyes, Thiago Santos. So I say you give him Blachowicz, man.
Yeah.
Ankalaev is 15-1.
God.
in MMA, give him the loser. Give him Blachowicz.
Yeah, I concur. I concur with that choice, Sweet Tea. Why are you not the matchmaker of the UFC is my question.
For real, man.
You
Call
should
me.
be. Dana.
Call me.
And he'll do it for half the price.
Guaranteed. Guaranteed. All right. So next on the main card, and we're gonna get through these first few real quick, except for this one.
Except for this one.
Li Jingliang, Khamzat Chimaev.
Man, Khamzat.
He's back.
Yeah, he's back, man. He's been off for a while because of COVID. Had some really big problems with COVID. Couldn't breathe.
What it seemed like, yeah.
Had some lung problems. Is talking about retiring or something like that.
He
because
did
of COVID.
retire briefly.
Yeah, and came back, and boy, is he back, man. Finished him in the first round, got the takedown, didn't even – he leached him. He leached the leech,
The wolf ate the leech.
Yeah, just sunk his teeth in and did not let go. He seems to be he doesn't look like a powerful guy. Mm-hmm. He looks more like a striker, actually. Long, lanky, but he looks like a big, a strong welterweight. I know he didn't make weight at first. He had an hour to come back. And there was some
sketchy weight situation.
Right. We've seen that in the past.
Yeah.
Oh, Cormier. So taking one out of Cormier's book. But he made weight, and he won the fight. First round finish, crazy. So, people are talking about him fighting Usman next. Just skipping everybody and going to fight him. I'm seeing Dorino. My name is actually popped out there a few times. But the guys, he's undefeated, man. He's finished everybody pretty much in the first round. Mm-hmm. Everybody. He's
10-0 right now. Yeah, he just beat the number 11 guy.
Yeah, 100%. But, he's working everybody, man. He gets in on them legs. Like I said before, those guys with the beards with no stash.
Mm-hmm. They're coming for them legs.
Golly.
Unless you're Magomed Ankalaev, because that dude actually strikes and tries to knock you out.
Yeah.
But, hey, man, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
Everybody knows Khamzat. Everybody knew Khabib wanted to wrestle, but they couldn't stop it. He started striking a little bit more towards the end, but at the end of the day, he's looking to get the takedown, wrap you up, beat you up on the ground for 5 rounds. It seems obvious that that's what Khamzat wants to do as well.
Yep.
I mean, he dove in early and quick for those legs.
It was like deceptively fast. I was like, he threw like a jab cross right on the legs. It was so fast. That would be very hard to defend against that fast shot. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. For Lee.
Yeah,
for Lee. That knee or uppercut or whatever, I mean, you would literally have to be waiting for it. But he set the takedown up well. He threw the jab, the cross, and they just dove right in on it. So he had to react to that because he's knocked 185er out. Obviously, I mean, he circled into it, but still, he's got the power to put you asleep. So he had to react to those strikes, and then that was his opportunity. Did not let him up. Mm-hmm. Did not let him up.
Well, now it's one of those things where it's obvious. That's what he wants to do. Mm-hmm. So, I'm not a fan of shooting him straight for the title. I feel like the only way he fights for the belt next is if Usman personally stands in the middle of the cage after beating Colby and calls him out, which I don't think he's going to do. I think there's at least one more opportunity, or a few more actually, for Usman to fight before he fights Chimaev. I say give Chimaev to Gilbert Burns.
Old Dorino. I've seen that a lot too. Everybody's saying let him fight Dorino because Gilbert Burns, he's not going to fight Vicente Luque. He's not going to get the next title shot, especially after our last performance. Mm-hmm. I think Dana was pretty upset with that. He wasn't impressed. So I think that would be a grappler versus grappler.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see the striking. There. We'll see if Khamzat can delve through the world-class BJJ of Gilbert. Great point. Gilbert's not going to fight Luque.
No. He's not going to get the next title shot.
He's not going to get the next title shot.
He's ranked number 3 right now?
You could argue that he's number 3.
Number 3.
You could argue that he could fight the loser of Usman and Colby.
Yeah.
But shoot, man. That'd be great. Really, he beats Gilbert. He fights for the belt next.
He fights for the belt next.
Gilbert beats Khamzat, derails the hype train. That might itself earn Gilbert the shot for the title. 100%. So I'm a fan of that fight. Let's see how that bad boy goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, hats off to Khamzat coming back from near-death experience with COVID to just demolishing, you know? Oh, by the way, like, so this guy from Russia that all the Russian fighters actually talked to at the end of the fight, who is that guy? I've seen him everywhere, all over social media.
He's exploded. I know.
Yeah.
I don't know where he came from, but I know he's obviously
a big thing there. He's a big thing in Russia.
A big thing in the fight game. I don't know who he is. I don't know what stature he is. I don't know anything about him.
I know, but when I see his face and he smiles, I want to hug him.
Yeah, he's a very huggable guy.
He looks like
he's always trying to fight that other little dude.
No, he sucker punched Cormier in the face.
He did?
He was on there, and, Cormier was doing a little video, and he was like, yeah, and like punched Cormier in the face. It was hilarious. But, yeah, I would like to meet him.
Yeah. Hasbulla?
Hasbulla.
His name
Every Russian fighter said something to him.
Yeah.
The Russians dominated this weekend, man.
They
dominated.
did.
I think the only American was Dan Hooker, right? Am I right?
Dan Hooker's not American.
I mean, not Dan Hooker. No.
Corey Sandhagen.
Corey Sandhagen.
He was like the only American on the card.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Now, did Hooker actually send? Was he still in New Zealand, or did he actually bring his camp to Vegas?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. He just fought like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Was that 3 weeks ago?
It wasn't super long ago. But he just stepped in. Who did he fight his last fight? I forgot.
Who was it? Did he fight? It was a good fight.
Yeah, it was a game opponent.
Who was it?
Oh, Nasrat Haqparast. Haqparast.
Oh, okay.
The Kelvin Gastelum lookalike.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. UFC 266. That was September 25th. So a month.
Yeah. 4 weeks and back at it again.
Yeah. Fighting again against a very dangerous
Now he's next on the
Makashev.
card?
No, he's not. He's not. We're not quite there yet.
Okay.
So next up we have heavyweight division, Alexander Volkov. He just did his Alexander Volkov-y stuff and pieced up Marcin Tybura. Alexander's one of those guys where he's like not quite good enough to win a belt, but
good enough
better than most of the top 10.
Right. So what? He's the gatekeeper, I guess. So
basically, he's kind of morphed into a gatekeeper.
I mean, he was piecing up Derek Lewis until Derek Lewis just dropped the bomb on him.
Yeah, I mean that's part of the game.
Yeah, man.
That's part of the game. So it was still a good fight. He did Alexander Volkov-y things. And
just long, lanky, hit you with the 1-2s, uppercuts, clinched a little bit, but just stuck to his striking and just punished him. The guy looks like he hits very hard.
He does, but like awkwardly.
It's weird.
He only hits hard because his arms and legs are basically trees, and they just have like weight behind him. But he doesn't look like he would be super strong, but he hits hard.
I also heard the same thing about Alexander Gustafsson.
Yeah.
Like he was tall and lanky, and I heard he just hit like a Mack truck, just hit so hard. And he wasn't a very fast guy either. I mean, he was quick for his size, but he was just so long. But I guess you can get, when you got long arms like that, you got that height behind it, you're punching down, you just develop, I don't know, just crazy power out of your strikes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he ended up winning, man. Hats off to him. I mean, do you see him fighting anybody crazy next?
I don't know. Like, let's see who the heavyweight rankings in the UFC be.
There's that many.
Yeah, no. All of the heavyweights are in the top 10 in the UFC because there's just like 15 of them. Okay, so Volkov was number 5.
Okay.
Has he fought Curtis Blades yet? Not sure.
I don't think so. I don't think he has. I do not recall. That would be a good fight. Now, is Curtis Blades ranked higher than him? Right.
He's number 4.
Okay. I think that would be.
No, I'm pretty sure he did, and Curtis just kept taking him down.
Oh yeah. Yep. Now that you
did.
said that, I recall that. Okay.
Yep.
So who does he fight next? He's fought everybody pretty much. Derek Lewis again?
Well, I guess he
won his
talking
fight.
about Derek. He's fighting Chris Dawkins coming up.
That's right.
Derek's fighting Chris Dawkins.
Yeah, he's main event.
Yep. So maybe the loser of that fight, maybe he fights Stipe.
Well, I haven't heard anything from Stipe.
I know.
Let's see, what's he doing?
I don't know because Gane's fighting Ngannou.
Yeah.
So let him fight Stipe.
Yeah. Let's go, man.
Stipe versus Volkov.
Whoop, whoop.
Let's do it.
He'll probably end up calling me in to help him out with that fight.
Stipe?
Yeah.
Cool.
For his wrestling.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'll be expecting that call here pretty soon, Stipe.
Yep, you better do it. Moving on, we have Islam Makashev, Dan Hooker fight. Round 1 submission for Makashev, 2 minutes and 25 seconds with a brutal-looking Kimura.
Oh.
It was rough.
And he didn't tap. I mean, I don't think he tapped.
I
think
don't
it was just
know.
like, oh, that looks bad. I need to stop this.
Yeah.
I don't think Hooker would have tapped.
Probably not.
Oh, just let it break. Or unless he's just super flexible. He looks like he would be really flexible.
Yeah, he does.
Dan Hooker does. But, he did what the Russians do, man.
He did.
Take it down and not
Dan
let you up.
Hooker actually outstruck him.
Ooh.
19-13. And had more significant strikes, but all it takes is that takedown to submission finish.
I feel like those guys from Kazakhstan are like, at one point in time.
I don't know if they're from Kazakhstan. You mean Dagestan?
Dagestan?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dagestan. Sorry, guys. I know it was a stan.
One of the stands.
One of the stands.
It's 20-1.
They're like going to the Olympics, but maybe didn't quite make it, and they go to the UFC. They're like that good of grapplers.
Yeah.
And I think it's like their national sport, right?
Sambo. Dagestan.
So they're pretty much fighting at day one.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as they're coming out of the womb, they're hill hooking people, taking people down. Wrist control. They're taught that from the very beginning.
Yep.
If you notice, everybody, as soon as they take you down, they're looking for wrists. They're not letting you off. They're making it as difficult as possible for you to get back up to your feet.
Yeah.
And that's what Khabib was known for.
Mm-hmm.
So I know he trains with Khabib. What they call him Khabib
Brother.
2.0.
Yeah, he's like Khabib's brother.
He's not 2.0. Like I don't get how that would be 2.0.
It's just like
You
it
got
needs to be,
Khabib
instead of being
undefeated.
2.0, it's got to be Khabib like second edition. You know what I'm saying? Right. It can't be
Better than the best
Yeah.
because he's undefeated and he's not. So
Yeah.
how could you be 2.0?
Mm-hmm.
People don't stop to think about that kind of thing. But
Exactly.
we do, Sweet Tea.
2.0 is not correct. He's just like Khabib second edition.
Yeah,
Second edition Khabib.
that's how we should.
Not quite as good as the first edition, but still pretty good.
Yeah, that's how it should be. Khabib, not quite Khabib.
Yeah, Khabib second edition. So what's next for Islam?
Ooh, he's got to be fighting. They're either number 2 guy. He's got to. I mean, what's his record right now?
He's got to be fighting for a title contender.
He's got to be fighting.
He is 20-1.
Wow.
His overall record.
Yeah.
Um,
Any draws?
nope, just
Okay.
20-1.
What's his reach? Does it say that on there? If not, no, don't even worry.
Yeah, he's from Dagestan. No, his reach is just 70.5.
Now, are they training in
Not super
America
low.
or are they training in Dagestan?
Says he trains at American Kickboxing Academy.
Wow. I think all those guys train there. Cormier. That's why he's like so fired up about seeing these guys win too.
Yep.
I saw a funny meme today of Khabib sitting on the side, and somebody had put in a controller, and underneath it you see, Khabib 2.0 out there, like he's just playing himself.
Yeah, just using
It was
himself.
hilarious.
Yeah, so he's 9-0 in the UFC. Looks like he's
Got to be finding the 3-2 guy right now.
yeah, which would be Michael Chandler.
Yeah.
Some people are saying Beneil Dariush because Dariush is up there as pretty high in the division. Let's see. 155. Dariush is number 3.
Where is he ranked right now?
He was number 5.
Okay.
He just beat Dan Hooker, who was number 6. So you have Gaethje, who's taking on Michael Chandler.
Right.
Dustin Poirier is going to fight Charles Oliveira next for the belt, which only leaves Beneil Dariush.
So
Beneil versus Makashev.
either that or he waits to see what happens with the number 3 and number 4, number 3 guy, right?
Fight the winner of that.
Winner of that, or if that.
But they're
doesn't
saying
happen,
the winner of that fight is going to fight for the belt next.
so you fight the loser of that then,
Yeah.
or the loser of the Title fight coming up.
Or you fight Dariush, who's also wanting to fight for the belt, and that's a number one
There
contender.
you go, contender spot.
Fight
sure.
right there.
Yeah. I see him just doing that with everybody. Micah Chandler is a great wrestler. I think he would be a dangerous guy as well. He's shorter, harder to get to the legs. The shorter guys are hard to get to the legs.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got the long and lanky. If he wins, if he beats, who's fighting for the title right now?
Poirier
Poirier
is fighting Charles Oliveira.
Charles Oliveira. Any one of those guys would be hard. Any of those guys would be a difficult fight for him.
For Makashev?
For Makashev, yeah.
Yeah.
Just the superior boxing skills of Poirier, the grappling skills. He's got good striking too.
Black belt and BJJ.
Oliveira, yeah.
Black belt, you talking
BJJ.
about?
Yeah.
Oliveira?
Any of those guys would be dangerous. Dangerous.
I think Oliveira is the most dangerous guy for him. Oliveira's like, okay, take me down.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw up 15 submissions and try to submit you.
Yeah.
It's obvious, Makashev has lost.
How did he lose?
He has.
Watch it be like an accidental knee or something.
Yeah. Let's see.
Look it up, Tony. Look it up. Is it out there? Probably in his native country.
Yeah.
His very first fight ever.
Mm-hmm.
His very first fight he lost, and it was like...
He got knocked out.
Really?
In the UFC.
What?
Wow.
Who beat him?
Did.
Who knocked him out?
Adriano Martins.
Never heard of him.
Nope.
Must have been his first fight in the UFC.
It was not. It was his second fight in the UFC. Ooh. Got KO'd in 1 minute and 46 seconds in the first round.
Wow, he was like, not letting this guy get a chance on my legs.
Yeah.
I wonder if he ran into an uppercut or a knee.
I don't know. UFC 192, 2015.
The thing about him, though, he will stand and strike with you, right?
Yeah.
He will stand and strike. But you got Hamzat, who literally is just diving on the legs, right?
Yeah.
He's shooting on the legs. But this guy right here, he's not afraid to stand him. And if he feels like he can piece you up standing up, he'll do it.
Yeah, he'll try to at least.
Yeah, he'll try to at least.
Same with Khabib. Khabib was the same way.
Yeah. So, and maybe that was his downfall.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to sit there and strike with this guy. Got a little too comfortable standing up. Bow.
Took
him played
out.
safe and just dove in on them legs.
But you can't do that with Charles.
No, you can't.
You can't do that with Oliveira.
You can't do that with
an exquisite grabber.
Gaethje's the same way. Of course, Khabib beat Gaethje.
Pretty easily.
But he's not Khabib.
He's not. He's Khabib's second edition.
Yeah. Not quite Khabib.
Not quite.
He wouldn't make the same choices Khabib would.
No.
He's a different being, people. Mm-hmm. Different person.
That's right. So I say give him Dariush. Winner of that fights for the belt next.
Quality idea. There you go, Dana White. Sweet Tea's throwing them out there. Next fights.
I'm just tossing them up, man. All you got to do is just out the park. You know what I mean? Well, lofting them to you. All right. Moving on to the next. We have co-main event. Peter Yan, Corey Sandhagen.
That was a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really good fight. Peter Yan with the win. Great counter striking from the both of them. I didn't expect that out of Sandhagen, to be honest with you. I thought Peter was going to piece him up with the hands, but I think his lankiness and his awkwardness kind of played in his favor a little bit.
Yeah.
But it was a good fight. Throwing jumping knees, counter strikes, head kicks from Peter Yan, spin hook kicks from Peter. It was good. It was a good fight. Very exciting.
Fun factoid, according to the UFC's official website, Corey Sandhagen outlanded Peter Yan. And he got a takedown.
So.
Exactly, dude.
So.
Run it back. This is on the UFC. So Corey Sandhagen threw 450 strikes, landed 172. Peter Yan threw 280, landed 158. So 172 to 158. Sandhagen 169 significant strikes to Peter Yan's 149 significant strikes. And Corey Sandhagen landed a takedown.
So
I know it looked like Peter Yan won the fight. It was pretty okay, obvious. Peter Yan wins the fight, decision, whatever. But apparently it wasn't as one-sided as originally.
And sometimes, and I could see this happening. Peter Yan, I feel like he's the stockier guy.
Mm-hmm.
His punches are real clean and probably a little bit more powerful, I would say. So maybe when he landed, even though they were blocked, it was moving Sandhagen.
And probably a lot of forward pressure too. Not probably. He did. He just
walked forward.
That's what they gave him, was
crazy.
The forward pressure.
Just the moving forward after that. It's the moving forward that made him win. That allowed him to win. Mm-hmm. So I think they should have something like that. Maybe a computer about the side to see the.
Well, that's what they're trying to. That's what they're trying to. Well, maybe not, because it's just so fast, right? Like, how do you calculate? I've always thought about that. How do they know the strikes? Are there like 15 people back there? Like, all right, I'm only going to watch the right hand. You only watch the left hand. You watch the left leg. You watch the right leg. And every time it lands, you got to click a button. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How does that work?
Like in real time, it's super fast.
Yeah. Or you got one guy just being like, okay.
Yeah, It was like when you fought Jeff Neal or even Darren Till. The adjusted strikes after the fight were way different than what they were showing on the screens.
Yeah.
It was weird because on the screen you were beating Darren Till. You had more significant strikes, more strikes thrown, more strikes landed. But then when they adjusted everything, he ended up having more of everything. Or the Jeff Neal fight, and there was another guy on YouTube who called it out. They had the fights, they had the strikes really close between you and Jeff Neal. Like, you had like a few more than him, except for one round. And then at the end of the fight, they adjusted everything, and you had way more than Jeff did.
Yeah.
So maybe there's that. They can't really rely on it a whole lot.
Yeah.
But this is the day later, and this is what it came out to. So.
Well, run it back.
Yeah. Obviously, Jan's going to fight Aljo.
Yeah.
They're finally going to get that redemption.
But you got Sandhagen still there.
He's still right there,
fight.
dude.
I mean, he could probably get the winner of that fight again.
Yeah. I wouldn't be upset with it because it was a great fight.
Great fight.
I mean, he crushed Frankie Edgar. He crushed Marlon Moraes. He got beat by Aljo. Like, let's see.
Like, quick in the first round, right? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
She submitted him quick.
It was real quick. Sandhagen lost to Dillashaw, so maybe he fights the winner of Rob Font versus Jose Aldo next, or the winner of that fights Sandhagen next. So, Marab is there, Marab Vashvili. Yeah, Chris's guy or Law's guy. Law. So there's a couple of fights you can make.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to the main event of the evening.
205ers. I saw it. I called it. That was like the only person on the card that actually won the fight that I called. Mm-hmm. Glover Teixeira. I knew he was going to be able to do it. It's been forever since he's fought, right? It's been a while. A year, maybe?
It's been a little bit. He waited. He had to wait for Blachowicz to fight Israel.
Right. I bet you didn't mind that at all.
Yeah.
He's sitting there just training behind the scenes in the shadows.
Healthy. Yeah.
He's what?
His last fight was Nikita Krylov in 2019.
And he, really?
No. Sorry. He fought Anthony Smith.
Oh, that's right. That was kind of like over the summer.
Yeah, he fought Anthony Smith 2020. So he just beat Anthony Smith
he
up.
Did. Just was crushing him. Crushed him. Now, he's what, 43?
42 years old.
42 years old. Still
42 years
awesome.
old.
He looked good. He looked really big. He looked big. You look at Blachowicz, and he's like, that guy's, that's a big dude. But then you see him stand next to Glover. Glover's he's just like, Blachowicz is kind of like, he's got that V body, right? Big shoulders, kind of got a little smaller hips. And you got Glover just straight down, just looks big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Looking like
me.
Yeah. No, I forgot the guy's name.
From?
No, what's the guy's name? He's like a clay guy.
A clay
Green. He was green back in the day. Clay, he had like two legs.
Gumby?
Gumby. Yeah, he looked like freaking Gumby.
Okay.
Why did I couldn't think of that? I don't know why.
I don't know either. I used to watch Gumby all the time.
Yeah, he looks like Gumby for some reason. But anyway, he did great. Quick takedowns. He got to those. He got to those single legs really fast. But even the power in his strikes, he was moving Blachowicz.
Yeah, he was moving him, man.
He's
got power. Blachowicz just did not look mentally prepped. I think he probably just wasn't expecting the old man strength.
Yeah, man. I think when you get to a certain age, like you got old man strength, you got man strength, then you got old man strength. It's another level of strength. So he's past that level of old man strength now, which is another level, not as quick, but ridiculously strong.
Strong, smart,
and heavy. I feel like his
heavy.
experience in jiu-jitsu, like he can become 800 pounds real quick on the ground.
Yeah, for sure.
Blachowicz is a strong guy, and he was struggling.
He was.
And he rocked him. Clay rocked him. I think he hurt him.
Clay?
Glover.
Glover, yeah.
Glover Teixeira.
He did. He looked really good.
I want to say Clay Glover. That's what I want to say. Glover Teixeira.
Yeah. Got you. That makes sense. So with that being said, man, he's 42 years old. Does that inspire you? How do you feel about that?
It does. I mean, you take care of your body. You take some time off. Make sure everything's healed up. I mean, he hadn't fought in a year, so he was ish. So it does. It inspires me for sure. I'm be 39 this year or next year coming up, and I feel great. It definitely inspires me to keep going, to keep pushing, give it 100% because I could be 42 and be champ.
Yeah.
My goal is to outlast
Glover.
I want to be in my 50s. They need to have a senior division.
For the old dude, that would be rough.
Yeah, it would be.
There would be a lot less people in that you would think, though.
It'd be old guys.
They would need like the AED on standby. They would need the whole deal because that would be rough.
You have to have the gas tanks in the corner when they go back to the corners and you get oxygen
between corners, stuff like that. So why do you think, other than Randy Couture, right? Glover is like one of the oldest champions. And I'm not sure how old Randy was whenever he won the belt. Why do you think he's able to be so successful at such an older age? Does it have to do with his style? Does it have to do with his genetics? Like, what do you think he?
Well, he's a thick guy, and I think he's very durable. I think that may have something to do with it as well. But I also think that he's just an intelligent guy and he trains smart.
Yeah,
I bet he gets his cardio in like no other. I mean, you got guys like Max Holloway kind of taking that route, not sparring at all, not taking the damage, but his cardio level's on another level. He's working his mitts. He's done enough sparring to know what to do when you're out there to fight. And I think Glover might be doing that. I don't know what his training's like, but I'm just speculating.
Yeah.
I bet you he's just very smart in his training. Make sure that's kind of like the route I'm going at right now. Yes, I still spar, but it's been very light, like very, very light. And I'll always make sure my cardio's up. I think that has a huge, a lot to do with it. You being successful out there is being confident in your skills, yes, but having the cardio. Cardio has always been a big thing of mine. Like, I want to be in the best shape of my life when I step out there. I don't like feeling tired out there. Even if you take me down and I spend half the round on my back, when I get up, I want to feel good. Yeah. I don't want to feel exhausted. So, I think he's just a smart guy. I don't know. He probably takes care of his body. He probably, got his massage therapist, probably got his chiropractic care,
obviously.
Got his diet right, got his ice baths and stuff. At this level,
his
and at the highest.
His copper sleeves.
His copper sleeves. You think he walks
his knee sleeves.
Yeah. And these guys in these other sports spend, $1 million on recovery.
Yeah.
More probably. I thought what Kobe was, but LeBron James, you were talking about a ridiculous amount of money on their recovery.
Yeah.
So
it's about longevity. It's about being able to play because you have that stigma of, all right, well, when you hit the certain age, you're basically done. You're old. Your body's not producing chemicals and hormones the way these youngers got. But the right diet, the right care, you can keep it up.
Yeah.
You don't have to shut down. You don't have to be done. And then obviously just the way you approach the game can be different. You gain the experience of understanding I don't need to brawl with these dudes every second to win a fight. Yeah. I can mix things up. I can work my jiu-jitsu. I can kind of be less strenuous on the body and still win.
That has a lot to do with it as well. The versatility of Glover Teixeira, I think, plays a lot. He's not a type of guy. If he's getting pieced up standing up, he's not going to risk it. He's going to take you down.
Yeah.
He can mix it up. He's got great striking, great wrestling, and good jiu-jitsu. So I think the ability to be good everywhere, where he's not taking the damage standing up because he knows he can take it to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I think that has a lot to do with it as well.
Yeah.
The style of a fighter, I think, has a lot to do with the longevity of their career.
Yeah. Do you think that's what separates him from like Damian Maia, who Glover is more well-rounded? So
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
Damian Maia is just strictly BJJ
Jiu-jitsu,
at this
jiu-jitsu.
point.
Right.
And you kind of know he's not trying to strike you. All he's going to do is take me down. So if I can stop the takedown, I'm going to win the fight.
It's going to be the most boring fight ever, but you can stop him. I mean, the Bilal Muhammad fight, well, I thought it was cool because I like to see the Bilal, work his anti-wrestling.
Yeah.
Normally you see him shooting for the legs, but the way he was able to not get taken down was pretty cool. So that's what made it exciting for me. But, yeah, I think that has a lot to do with why Damian isn't – I mean, he did fight up into his 40s, right? But, Glover just has the striking, and which
Striking
Damian
power.
doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. I'm sure Glover spends a lot of time on his boxing too. Not a big kicker. Just let me work my hands, work my takedowns, mix it up. His
The way he
jiu-jitsu's
took that
obviously there.
low calf kick right off the bat, I knew it was going to be downhill from Blachowicz. He threw a
Yeah.
low calf kick, and his calf, he didn't move. He just took it. Just kept on going. I'm like, oh. Normally you're going to move.
Brazilian has a lot to do with it as well.
Yeah. They're just on a different, I don't know. The struggles there are different.
Yeah, I guess we're just pampered over here in the States and apparently in Poland. Not really. I have no idea. So all in all, great night of fight or
Yeah.
great day of fights. Everything kind of happened the way we thought. I thought Corey Sandhagen could have won the fight, and obviously it was really, really close. I was hoping Dan Hooker was going to be able to at least test Islam a little bit.
Yeah.
So I've always liked to see how people handle adversity. So if like you're an all-star fighter, I'm always kind of like not rooting against you, but I'm always thinking like, all right, let's see what he can really do. Like I hope
Yeah.
he gets rocked or he gets put in a bad position.
So you
and
see what his heart is. Or
how
whatever.
he reacts to that situation. You can really tell a lot, obviously, about somebody.
And if they're champion material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So everything else went kind of as expected. Again, same thing with Lee and Hamzat. Just want to see how they handle that adversity, stuff like that.
Right.
But anyways, sticking with the fight game, moving on to fights. Let's do this before we get into the UFC 268 talk. You got WB. You got some news.
Yeah, man. I mean, the plan is to fight by next year, before the end of the year. And I've agreed to fight somebody, and we'll see if they agree as well. But, yeah, I got some big news coming up. I can't say anything yet because nothing's signed. So,
Can't say who or where or when.
Can't say who, where, or when. But, yeah, you got some good news for me coming up. It's going to be a good fight, man. So I'm excited if he takes it. So be looking, guys. Be looking out. Your boy maybe got a fight coming down. Let's go.
Awesome.
So already preparing, Sweet Tea. Always. Already preparing.
Yep. Is that something? So this will be the second time you fought this year. You're typically not a guy to fight a whole lot in a year, but are you wanting to get more? Because it's like Glover. You get knocked out cold, but if you fight enough times, you win enough fights in a row.
Yeah.
Just by being active, it's going to get hard for people to deny another title shot. Is that kind of your plan?
I mean, I want to. I would like to fight more. With the injuries I've had in the past, it's kind of limited me to be able to do that. With the broken hands, I was out for a year with that. It took forever for it to heal up, my knees, but everything's feeling good. So, it all depends on the after fight math. You know what I'm saying? If I'm feeling good, I would love to fight more. Yes. I mean, Vicente Luque, I beat him, and he's ranked higher than me now because he's more consistent, fighting more. He's a very durable guy. He's always been that way. So, and that's why he's ranked ahead of me. And you got to stop to think, why is this happening? Obviously, he's fighting more than me. So I would like to be more active for sure.
But at the same time, you got to kind of be careful with that because you go the old Cowboy Cerrone route.
Yeah.
And you put all of your baskets in that I'm going to fight as many times a year as I can early in your career. you might not have that longevity that Glover has or somebody or like yourself. You might really only be able to fight because you fought so many times, you went through so many wars early. So there's kind of like a trade-off.
Yeah.
But it's cool to hear that you want to fight more and
it's crazy how that works though. You know, the more you're active, even in the fight game takes life off of you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just the punishment that you're taking, the injuries that you go through, and the training. You know, for me, like I would have to keep training, doing something so I wouldn't fall apart.
Yeah.
If I'm not doing anything, I feel my knees, I feel my toes hurting. You know, sometimes my hands hurt. You know, I have to kind of push. You know, the tendons start tightening up around that broken hand, and I have to start loosening them up. But the more active I am in training, the better my body feels. So,
cool.
Yeah.
Got to get on that Glover routine.
Yeah, whatever that
Hit
is.
him
I
up.
need to call him.
Hey, man.
Give him a call.
What you got going that So cool. Fight news. Stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for when the announcement happens. Hopefully it does. Like you said, hopefully the other fighter accepts the fight and we get to see another WB fight before the end of the year. I mean, you didn't really take damage in the Gilbert fight.
No.
Other than the back of the dome. But that
you
know, and so at
I
this
wasn't
point
even
in
tired
time,
at the end of that fight. I wasn't even breathing hard.
I know. At the end of the fight, it was like at the end of the day, you're just kind of waiting on the welterweight division to kind of pan out. You already fought Luque. You already fought Masvidal. You wanted to fight Leon. That wasn't going to happen. You already fought Gilbert. So just kind of seeing how everything falls and
staying busy. You know, not taking any of these guys lightly. I mean, you could be just getting in the UFC and put me to sleep. You know what I mean? Anything. If you're in the UFC, you're dangerous. So I'm not taking this guy lightly at all, but want to stay active, want to keep pushing myself, and obviously give this guy an opportunity as well.
Cool, man. Look at you. A very NMF thing to say.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So moving on. Got the fights coming up this weekend. A massive card.
Big fight.
A massive card. I mean, all the way through the prelims. Literally through like the fourth fight on the card, through the prelims. You got Edmund Shabazian returning against Nasruddin Imavov. Never heard of that guy. You got Phil Hawes. He's making his return, fighting Chris Curtis. You got Ali Kenta.
Ali Kenta back.
He's back fighting Bobby Green. So that's going to be a war right there. You got Ali Kenta fighting Bobby Green. You know what I mean? Going to be a war. But this one is the intriguing one, and I think it has the eyes of a lot of people.
Yes.
You have Alex Pereira.
Yep, it's a little gym hitting in there, guys.
Fighting Andreas Michailidis.
Now, Alex Pereira is the last guy to knock out Izzy Adesanya.
Mm-hmm. Maybe the only guy. I'm not sure, but that's kind of what he's known for. I mean, he's only 3-1 in MMA, so it's like, what else do you have? It's like, really?
And you got the new heavyweight champ or 205 champ, you know, just giving you props out there left and right. I think they train together.
I guess they've trained at some point in time, but Glover has been speaking highly of this guy. He's 3-1 in MMA, three finishes. He got submitted in his first fight, but really, I think he's known for being the guy who knocked out Izzy.
Yep.
That's like the big thing, and he's been knocking dudes out in MMA as well.
Now, a lot of eyes are going to be on him. Can he keep up with the hype?
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of hype around this guy coming up, so hopefully.
And
we'll
kind
see.
of a stagnant middleweight division.
Yeah.
Right? Izzy's kind of fighting everybody. He's beat Robert Whittaker, but that fight's going to happen again. He beat Marvin Vettori. He's beat Derek Brunson. He's beat Costa. You know what I mean? So he beat Kelvin. If Pereira wins and he makes a statement out there, he could be fast-tracked to the title just off of the basis that he's...
How he wins this next fight. How he wins this fight this weekend.
He's the guy that to beat Israel Adesanya, to knock him out. So there's going to be a lot of, maybe not by the casual fans, but there's going to be a lot of, other eyes on that
UFC
card.
eyes, for sure.
Yeah.
UFC eyes. Matchmaker eyes.
So if you guys don't know that, Alex Pereira, he's going to be, he's the last
debut.
guy to knock out Izzy. So check that out. Check that out. But moving into the main card, a little bit of thoughts, a little bit of picks. UFC 268. First fight on the main card is Frankie Edgar taking on Marlon Chito Vera.
Ooh. That's a good one. I love my man Frankie Edgar.
Obviously cannot pull, against Frankie.
Yeah.
OG, veteran,
And
kind of rough as of late.
He's been knocked out, right, a few times here, but for love to see the old guy come back, I want to see Frankie Edgar win. I'm pulling for Frankie.
Mm-hmm. You got hungry Marlon though.
I know, but that's the thing. Like, it doesn't matter. Yeah, this guy on paper should win, but I love my man Frankie. I'm picking Frankie.
Yeah.
I know you're the same way, but Tony's more
trying to look at it more
of the realistic, right? More objectively
here. Man, so
go ahead and say it. We're not going to hurt our feelings.
It's a huge. Frankie's number 2 right now.
He's number 2 in the division.
Maybe this was sorry, he's number 8.
Okay,
he was number 2 at the time that I was looking at that fight. He's number 8. Marlon is number 13. Marlon's young. Frankie's older. He's kind of been rough lately. He's coming off of a brutal knockout.
Yeah.
That
was for Sanhagen, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just brutal flying. I love Frankie. I want Frankie to win, but I think Marlon's going to take it. I think the younger, more vibrant fighter is going to be able to pull it off there.
I got you.
So,
understandable. Understandable. Next, Sweet Tea, go.
Next, you got fireworks. Shane Burgos returning from his force knockout. He got knocked out by the force by Edson Barboza.
Yeah.
The delayed KO, fighting up and coming Billy Quarantillo.
Billy Quarantillo.
Yeah.
For some reason, I can't picture this guy's face.
He's a young looking guy. He's a young stud.
Oh, okay.
On the right there.
Right. Never seen him before, I don't think.
You've definitely seen him, interacted with him before on Twitter.
Oh,
big fan of yours. Yeah. Billy Q, they call him. He's fighting Shane Burgos, man. Shane's tough.
He's tough, dude. He's got good boxing.
He's tough.
Man. Good boxing.
Quarantillo, he has, he's won some, lost some. His last fight was a victory over Benitez.
Okay.
It was a good fight.
So this is a step up for him.
Yes.
This is a step up for him.
Shane Burgos
for the up and comer, man.
Taking Quarantillo.
I'm going Quarantillo.
Billy Q. I don't know again, dude.
Dude, you gotta pick somebody.
You take Billy Q. I'd taken Hurricane Shane.
All right.
Because that dude, he's always
brings the heat,
throwing it. Golly. He's always banging it out.
Yeah, I feel like every punch he throws is 1,000%.
His hands are crisp. I mean, if he's on, he's on. So you take Billy Q. I'm taking Hurricane Shane. I'm just a big fan of that guy and the way that he lays it all out there.
All right, next.
Justin Gaethje, Michael Chandler. Go. What a fight. What a fight, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, my goodness. Both wrestlers, both very good wrestlers, both swing for the fences, both have knockout power, pretty much the same size.
Both
virtually
came from outside,
identical.
Both came from outside organizations.
Yeah. PFL and Bellator.
No, not PFL.
Wasn't PFL?
World Series of Fighting.
Oh, wow. World Series. Okay.
And Bellator.
My bad. I was off. Oh, man.
Both coming off losses.
I like both. We know that Gaethje can take a punch. We know that he can take a punch.
Yeah.
And he got knocked out his last fight, right? TKO'd.
No, he got submitted by Khabib.
He got submitted. Okay.
Triangle.
Who? No, I'm talking about Chandler.
Chandler got submitted by.
He got
He got rocked, but he got submitted by.
Got you.
Oliveira, the current champ.
I'm gonna go for Gaethje.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen him fight.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And he hasn't fought Charles yet.
No.
So he wins this fight, and say Charles wins, boom, he's gonna get that title shot.
His last fight was
against Khabib.
Khabib's last fight
was
Khabib's last fight.
Yeah. Last fight.
That was in Abu Dhabi.
Mm-hmm. But anyways, Poirier he knocked out Gaethje. So
I hope they just walk out to the middle and just swing. Just start swinging. That has fireworks all over it. Both these guys are just so game, man.
Mm-hmm. Only person to knock Gaethje out was Poirier. Poirier in 2018.
Almost did. It looked like he almost did.
He did knock him out.
He did knock him out.
Yeah, fourth round.
Okay.
TKO'd him. KO, TKO.
And it took a lot. Everything Poirier had to finish him, too.
It did.
I remember that one. He was just swinging hard, and Gaethje was just, hands down, just taking shots.
Eddie Alvarez beat Gaethje? It says on the UFC website that Gaethje's 23-2.
Huh.
But he's lost 3 times. So, come on, UFC, bro. I'm using you for my stats.
Fix it.
Wrong, bro.
Fix it.
He got beat by Khabib. He got beat by Eddie Alvarez, and he got beat by Poirier, according to the UFC's site. He got KO'd by Eddie Alvarez as well. Dang, back-to-back losses. Then he lost to Khabib. I'm taking Chandler.
You going Chandler? Are you just deliberately picking somebody different than me?
No, I'm taking Chandler. I think he's the less of the seeking for violence than Gaethje is. So I think he can be able to kind of
match him.
No, not match his violence. Like stay away from Gaethje's violence and then put him to sleep.
Yeah, okay.
That type of thing. Plus, I think I don't know, dude, because they both lost to the top 2 guys.
Yeah,
doesn't really matter.
No.
Chandler lost to Oliveira.
All right, you go for Chandler. I'm going for Gaethje.
Cool. Deal.
We want to know you guys' thoughts on who you think's going to win this main card, guys. So put them in the comments down below as well.
Yes. All right.
Main event,
dude. Nope, not yet.
No, not yet.
Co-main event. We have the rematch. Rose Namajunas taking on Zhang Weili, and it's a lot closer, according to the odds, than people would have originally anticipated.
I'm going for Rose. You know who she's training with right now?
Who?
Valentina.
Ooh, really? Yes. So is Valentina up there with Trevor Whitman, or is
I don't know if she went wherever Valentina is or Valentina came. I have no idea, but I saw them getting some sparring, some training as well. So that's going to be a huge advantage, having somebody like her in your camp.
Mm-hmm. Zhang Weili, she's well-rounded. She got caught by a swift lead leg round kick to the chin.
Did not expect
Just
that.
Just got slept by
lead
Rose.
Leg, man. Lead leg
That's
was
kind
tricky.
of Rose's thing, right? She kind of she'll catch you with that thing. She caught Joanna, and then the next fight, it's like, all right, well, was it a fluke or is Rose that good? And then Rose obviously ended up dominating. So this is going to be a good test for Rose as well. I think Zhang's going to come out more not underestimating Rose, because at that point in time she was just dominating everybody. So
she's a little more cautious coming out this time.
Yeah, exactly. More aware. I'm still going for Rose.
Yeah,
Doug Rose
too.
All the way. Huge fan of Big.
Going for Rose as well. I think she's got it.
Mm-hmm.
Do
you think it's going to be a striking battle again as well?
I think so. I mean, Rose is good everywhere. I think she's going to be able to. Her length is ridiculous. She's very long, compared to the people that she's been fighting, and that's helped, I think, her get to where she's at. Trying to evade and keep them away from the takedowns, getting away from the cage. Was that your stomach, dude?
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
I'm hungry, man.
Yeah, so I'm going to go for Rose. I think she can do the same.
I think Rose's biggest threat is herself. Because I remember she talked about when she had the belt the first time, she was stressed. She was, right? Because you just constantly have pressure of the next. That's why being a reigning champion is so remarkable, is because every fight you fight is against the next best person in the world.
Like you're not getting a break.
You're not gonna. There's no gimme fights.
Everybody's good.
There's some situations where you might fight, whoever you want, Michael Bisping, Dan Henderson, but you know what I'm saying. There's no gimme fights when you're the champ, because every person you fight is the next best fighter in the world. So as long as she can keep that head straight and which I think she's working really hard to do, she gets the W.
Yeah, I agree
Staying with Rose.
100%, Sweet Tea. Me too.
All right, moving on to the main event of the evening. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on this because we're going to have a video coming out on Wednesday giving our full thoughts, our breakdown. But you have Kamaru Usman, who is a pretty big favorite, rightfully so, over Colby Covington. WB, real quick.
Usman.
Thoughts.
Before you even said it. Usman. Got Usman. I'm not going to go into detail because I want you to check out the other video as well. But I got Usman. What about you?
I am going to take Usman as well. That's it.
All right.
I mean, I think Colby's going to be able to test him again. I think their first fight was outstanding. But I think just coming down to the activity, coming down to the experience, coming down to the training camp, I just think Usman is slowly just like separating himself from Colby.
Everybody. His striking's gotten better. We'll talk about that later, okay? There's a lot I could say, but we're going to say the same thing in this next video, so I'm not going to say it now.
Yeah.
But, yeah, great card this coming weekend. I am actually going to be at an appearance in downtown Greenville. We'll be watching some fights with some fans.
Charleston, what is it? Charleston Pub and Bar?
Bar and Grill.
Charleston.
Look it up, Tony. I don't think I've ever been there.
I think it's Charleston Pub, Bar and Grill, I think it is.
Okay.
Downtown Greenie.
So if you're in Greenville, y'all come and say holla at your boy this Saturday. It's going to be fun. I love hanging out with fans. Love watching fights with fans.
Let's see. Charleston Sports Pub. 15 West Washington Street, Greenville, South Carolina, 29601. Come by, hang out, WB, making an appearance, watching these fights with you guys. That's going to be pretty awesome right here in downtown Greenville. So if you're in the area, go say what's up.
And if you're not, fly in.
Watch this epic card. Yeah. Get some good food. Have a good time. We'll be there for a couple hours. But yeah, crazy card.
This is stupid. This is wild how crazy this card is.
Crazy card.
Yeah, man. And where is this at? Vegas?
This is it not MSG?
I don't think so.
It still says MSG.
Really? Okay.
Madison Square Garden. This is a massive card until December 11th.
Yeah.
That's who I was thinking about. Because I was like, I thought Jeff Neal was on this card, but he's fighting December 11th on another massive card. So this year is closing out with a bang.
Huge
year. Not to mention WB. Hopefully, we'll be fighting before the end of the year, getting out there. So stay tuned for that fight news. WB, anything else to add?
I think that's it, man. Hey, always enjoy hanging out with you, sweet tea.
Talking fights.
And you fans, guys.
Yes.
Hit that subscribe button, guys. You know what we want. Also, we're going to be reading out the comments. We want to know who you pick for the fights this weekend.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. Nailed it. Make sure you guys like the video, share the podcast, and if you're a fan of just audio format, check us out over on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all that good stuff. Love you. Appreciate you.
Peace, guys. Catch you later.